Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the shop and get some stuff done. We're going to try some different filming techniques. I don't have a mic, so I'm going to speak as loud as I can without sounding stupid to my boss, who is, for some reason, leaf blowing out the front. Not sure why. Anyway, we're going to clean the factory up, move the forklift out of the way, because it's right there, it's right in the way. I'm going to be very good. Bam. Perfect place for me to just park the car up for the whole long weekend, because it's double the merits than I've already seen 4 Highway Patrol just driving here today. There she is. Wow. What a specimen of a car. These things don't help me at all. Can't wait to get rid of them. We're going to start off with issue number 1, right? Which you're going to hear the moment I start it up. As soon as I start this thing, if I can get the keys out of my pocket, you're going to hear the sound that I would like to fix first. You ready for this? You ready for it? Oh. That was absolutely terrible. I don't know if you can hear or not, but it's like a... Yeah, we've got to fix that. Terrible. This makes very loud, sucky noises. I don't like that. So, plan number 1 for today. We have to fix the throttle body. It is a cheap Chinese throttle body. It still works, but the IAC is just really loud for absolutely fucking no reason at all. So we're going to try and fix that. I'll run through how I'm going to do that. I've got to change the belt setup, which I'll get through in a second. And then there's a couple of little bits and pieces. I've got to fix the inner core system. I've got some coolers that I mentioned in the last video that I was going to order. I've ordered them and they're here, so we'll unbox them and yeah. I'm also going to get my phone set up somewhere so I can record more of myself doing the work, because I know that's a very large issue and people who watch YouTube like to see myself in there. So I think this is a pretty good spot. For everyone who asks me why I film in 0.5, because I get people text me saying, oh, you shouldn't film your videos in 0.5. This factory has LED lights, and you'll notice in the video, they're flickering. If I go 0.5, not only can you see more in the frame, so I can have my phone closer, so you can hear me, but the lights don't flicker. Hence why I'm gonna leave it like that, because it works, and this is actually a pretty good angle. And because I'm on wheels, I can just wheel this bad boy over, and now you can see what I'm doing. Voila, I love this, beautiful. So I'm gonna get into a bit of a time lapse. I'm gonna take the airbox out, the intake pipe, strut, brace, back off again, and then we'll get the throttle body off. I don't have a gasket on this. This is purely using like silicone to hold it on, so I'm gonna have to wedge it off. Once that's off, come back and show you what I'm thinking of doing. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. We'll find out. Okay, I don't know if you caught that in the time lapse. Yeah, it flew off. Absolutely just flew off there. Yeah, you can see my silicone done a pretty good job of sealing it up. I didn't have too much, overlap, whatever. I probably could use a gasket for this, but I won't. So, I'm gonna show you where the problem is coming from. So if you see in that hole, that is for the ISA. So it goes in there and then out of, you can't even see that, out of there. So it's creating this sort of like whistling effect. Essentially, I want to drill a hole straight through here, weld up this whole inside portion, and see what happens, really. Like that's all I can really say. It could also have something to do with how far the throttle blade's open, but I don't think so. So I'll take the IAC out, we'll pull it out, we'll set it up in the jig so I can get the drill, like the milling head, and just drill straight through. Pretty sure that's gonna work if I cover up that front hole, and then I can have a weld-on fitting that I'll TIG onto this. And I can't see why that won't work. So we'll get into it and see what happens. Worst case, I just have to buy another like $80 throttle body. So it's not like it's not a huge loss, really. Okay. That is, I don't know if you can see, it's gonna be really hard to tell. But that hole that's right at the top there, that's what comes through into here. Right, that's what we're gonna be plugging up. And we're gonna be drilling a hole right the way through. So I'll set it up in the vise. It looks like it's gonna be like, I'm gonna say it's about 12 or a 13 mil hole. 13 mil drill bit. Is a perfect fit. Let's drill this bad boy out, eh? All right, if we just wheel you over, this is so funny, to the drill press or milling machine. So I've got it all set up in the vise. I've got the soft jaws on there as well. So it should be like strong enough. Up in there. That's all you have to do to tighten it. That's about it. Razor up. I've got a brush. I don't have a brush handy. We put on a steel fabricator. Yes, use the hands to wipe the shavings away, Dylan. That's disgusting. Alright, that's plenty. We'll get our T-bolts in so we can lock the vise off, because I'm not going for like 100% accuracy here, but you still want it to be reasonable. Nothing crazy, just a quick little nip up with the shifter. Good to go. So going in there, I do have my little digital readout thing. We'll see. That needs to go. Zero off to the bed. Stick that on there. This is very inaccurate because I can't sit on a very level surface. But if I grab this. That's 0.1 of a degree out, which the bed was already pretty much that anyway. Down in there. Just like that. Beautiful. Through. Okay, don't do that. That's a good idea on what not to do. Okay, I knew that was going to be a little bit of a problem. So, if we have a look here, right, this hole is for, I don't even know, but you can see that the port next to it, I have drilled through. So we're going to have to tap that and block that up, unfortunately, because it doesn't actually do anything, but I'll just block it up from this point, and this point I'll just put some grub screws in there, and hopefully we're all good. Didn't seem to mess up the mating surface in there at all. It's a pretty straight hole. I think we're balling with that. Alright, so I've grabbed a carbide burr and I've cleaned up all the holes. I do have to go and grab one of the fittings to weld onto here, because I'm going to use AM fittings and make it look pretty. But for the minute, what I'm going to do is grab a rod and then TIG up this hole here. I've cleaned up all inside of it because there was silicone and shit, and that's not going to weld very nice. So we're on the foot. Oh, Jesus Christ, we're on the foot pedal. 50 to 160 amps, because I don't know how this is going to react. I don't even know how this is going to weld. It could be shocking, it could be really good, but we'll do it. Plug the hole up and see what happens. That was actually really nice. All things considering, that's giving me good hope when I do the fitting and making it look good. Check that bad boy out. That's solid as. Bag of fittings. Money shot. Wow. I actually don't know what this is. More fittings. Bam, that's gonna sit somewhat like that, hopefully centered. I can't even tell if it is centered or not. I don't really care either way. That sounds pretty good. Gets it back up in my little tripod. Absolutely stuff on the same level. I'm getting some back up. Okay, whatever. At least I know now that I have a air leak from that bearing, which is pretty good. We have one modified throttle body. I ended up welding up that hole because the screw looked stupid as. She got a little bit hot. It's gone gold, so I'm going to have to touch it up with some black paint or just get the whole thing repowder coated eventually when I pull the fucking car apart again, because I will, it's me. The welds on that are absolutely shocking, but she's pretty centered, so I'm pretty excited to see if this actually works, or if I just wasted an hour and a half of my life. And $80, 85. Okay, throttle body is bolted back up. Sensors are plugged in. This is just sitting in here because I need to mock up where to put my second fitting, which I'm thinking about there somewhere. That looks pretty fucking good. Get it drilled, weld the fitting on, and test her out. Wow. Well, putting that in. Roll this bad boy up. Holy fuck. I got him. Shit. I got him. Oh. Got him.
Oh, I nearly just died 3 times on the way over here.
Just give me one. Oh my god. Fucking scared the living fucking bejeebers out of me. Holy shit, man.
Yeah. I'm still winning.
So bad boy out.
No, that's shit. Do better.
Fucking.
Oh! I think that's come out pretty damn good. Not gonna lie. So, we have some spare 6AN PTFE. I would have used push lock because easier, but we'll match most of those in the bay. We're gonna have to cut a nice piece of this to go in there. Now I'm gonna run through how to do that. You need masking tape, a permanent marker, which I have in my pocket somewhere. We're gonna feed one fitting on, mark it, cut it, good as gold. Alright, this is a pretty damn good angle. So I'm gonna get up here, try and do this the best that I can. We have it all the way on this fitting. I've taken the ends of them off and the little crushed olive things. Can't really see on the video, but I've got the other side off too. We're gonna go some tape. This is gonna not only help us mark it out, but when we cut it, it's gonna stop the stainless steel ends from fraying, which lots of people struggle with. We'll get that on there. I'm gonna put a mark. We can have it longer because this pipe can move in and out. So we've got plenty of wiggle room to play with. So I'm gonna push this tight up against the weld, which is where I had it before. Chuck a mark right on there, roughly. Pull that off. And now we can get the angle grinder with a cut-off disc and cut it. I'm gonna cut it out in the open, right here, with a cordless grinder. It was really funny, it was on the bench, right where I left them. And I didn't notice. So, got to cut it nice and straight. Now I'll show you how to actually put the fittings together. I'm going to grab my little pipe deburrer so we can get in there, and then just take a little bit of shit from inside, do the same on this side. Only really lightly because you don't want to chop into it too much. And now we take both of our fittings off. Then pipe. Just do this over in the bay. Put one first. This is very important. Put one first, and then actually cut it. I'm just going to help the frame to move. Switch this on. Now, people are going to get chips in the idea. I don't have AN shifters. So we can get one to grab. Obviously, focusing on grab the olive. And that goes onto the tube, make sure the still wide in there. You're going to push that up. Not push the tube all out. Good. That's what that would do. So it's just same there. Same thing. Grab this one. Make sure that stuff in there. This one really take the table. Look at that. Start on all of it. Stop. There we go. Play a little bit. Grab your olive. This will actually create the seal. So, it is pretty important. The ends go on there. Which I cannot for some reason. Right, push it. There we go. So now we take the wide fingers. Take it off. You can look inside. Full focus. Right. So you can see the Teflon tubes press up hard against the inside bridge. That is good. Now we've got our 2 fittings. And it's pretty much as simple as pushing the olive down the bench line. I'm going to start myself. Maybe. Yeah, that's what that's what I'm going to do. See how this is going on, that's going to be because now I think we're just going to one full day. Now I have to make sure it's almost 100% straight. We're going to put it on. And that's the whole idea really. And then we're going to grab here, I can get a short way to it. This thing's probably it's not really critical that it needs one super quick at the end of the day. Air range to it, there's also one the doors. We can take it on not too fast because we're done the whole car. Just nothing crazy. Hopefully it actually starts. That would be ideal. That actually sounds a lot better. Wow, that's surprising. I'm gonna plug the laptop in and make sure everything's running alright. What the hell was my background? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so TPS is reading 2.3%. So that's already out. Let's adjust that. So in here, that sounds a bit more normal. What are we written at? TPS 1.5. Keep going. Alright, this is where she's sitting pretty happy. It's still a little bit jumpy. I'm gonna hit it with some brake cleaner to see if any vacuum leaks, but we're still at 1.5. So let's do a reset. Alright, so we just shut her off. And now we will go TPS. And then we scroll down to calibration. I think I actually may have fried my sensor. Not gonna lie. Okay, I did just reset it, but it's jumping all over the place, so I might have just cooked my sensor. Anyway, it's definitely running a lot nicer now that it's reset, but every time that this jumps up, it messes with the idle. See, it's registering it's at like 4% throttle. Holy shit, it's cooked. Oh my god, it's actually cooked. Oh, whoops. Oh my god, I'm the biggest monkey. Yeah, I just loosened it and water fell out of it. Oh. Look at this. Get out. Look at that. Water. Right, I blew the water out. I'm going to leave it in the sun for a little bit and hopefully it helps. Okay. Dried out. We're currently sitting at 0. And 100. Back to 0. Back to 100. Back to 0. 100. 0. 100. 0. And it's responsive. Look out! We're on! Alright, let's give it a bit of a start up. Tough. I've got to turn this off because otherwise you're going to lose all audio. Go away. Mate. Wet. Oh my god, it's fucking quiet. It's quiet, man. There's no... Oh, wow. I didn't think that was actually going to work. ladies and gentlemen, that is a fucking wrap for this video. One thing I can tick off the list. I'm not going to include anything else because this video is already going to be way too long. I already know it. Even if it's just over 10 minutes, once I edit it down, you can have that, and I'll pump out some more content, do the next things. Holy shit, I am so happy with that. You can have a normal speaking conversation over the car and it doesn't sound like it has issues. It doesn't sound broken anymore. That is incredible. Wow.